if Predator, Killer of Killers was the Predator movie I didn't know I wanted, Predator Badlands is the Predator movie I've always wanted. Seriously, this movie was just so cool, right? From the sci-fi setting, like fully immersing you into the world, to the Predator being the protagonist, hearing the Yacha language, like that's what I wanted, and it's all in their language. Like all of the English is from like other characters, how they explain, how they communicate works well, but the Yacha never speaks English, right? The humor works. The performances are good. It takes a little bit to get used to the synth performances, but like still really well done. And I didn't even know until like the day before I saw this that it was PG-13 going in. It feels like in a rated R film, they get away with it by the gore not being like human gore. It's like the synths, the robots and creatures and monsters and aliens and things of different colors or clear or green or whatever. And it works. You would never think that it was PG-13 because of it. That is a really creative way to do it. And I think they have shown that there are so many avenues for this franchise, specifically, maybe even more so than Alien, because the idea of what a Predator movie can be now has greatly expanded because of Dan Trachtenberg, or however you say his name. Forgive me, Dan, if, it's wrong. But, he's done Prey, which is the whole, we take the Predator and we do it in a historical setting that everybody wanted. And then everyone was like, oh, what if we got samurai? What if we got this? What if we got that? And then he took that and was like, oh, here's Killer of Killers. Here's 3 of the most requested eras and ideas for a Predator. And we did that. And it was done in animation. And it worked really well in animation. So I think that format has a way forward. And then he did what everyone has been wanting from day one, especially if you're a fan of any of the video games or especially of the comics, which I've never read, but I remember seeing them in stores growing up. Making the Predator a main character was such a genius move. But you can't just do that and have a silent protagonist and it carry a movie. He's able to establish the Predator as a character first and foremost, but one that you care about, with a goal in mind that is relatable and clear personality traits and a really endearing story around it. Now, there's a lot of criticism going around that is a Disney-fied Predator. I guess if you look at certain things of like, yes, the Predator has companions and it's not rated R and like there are jokes in the movie, but like, so what? If this is a Disney-fied Predator, give me more because it's really good. It's what I've always wanted to see from a Predator movie, fully embracing the sci-fi setting. The action is phenomenal. It just looks so good. Unfortunately, my theater is awful, and it was a super dim projector, and a lot of the movie is at night or in like dark settings, so that was a struggle. As far as criticisms go, I mean, I would say that not all of the humor lands, but most of it does. Sometimes it just took me out of spin. It's like, cringe. But there's parts where like, oh, okay, like that wasn't that funny. But all right, we're moving on. Movie doesn't stick with it too long. There are elements that feel like we could have sat with longer, like the movie could have been longer, especially towards the end. I feel like the end happens very fast, but it still feels earned, right? Which is a lot that I can like give to it. And while the story does make you care about the Predator, it never hits like so emotionally that you're like brought to tears, right? I think the emotional gut punches could, other than the beginning, like could be even stronger going forward. It definitely works on its own. There is some sequel bait at the end that I actually have a love and hate relationship with. I think that it's on one hand really good that we have such a cool tease, but it's also really unfortunate that it teases more that we may not get. But at the same time, the movie's doing well, so I'm happy to see that as someone who's a long-term Predator fan. This is probably my second favorite in the franchise, behind the original. Of course, it's kind of hard to top the original. So As far as other criticisms, though, other than the like a couple visual things and a couple story moments that feel undercooked or like underbaked, uh, I did expect this to connect to Killer of Killers in a certain way, and it didn't. So I don't know if like what was the point of releasing them the same year if that wasn't there, but if it was to avoid more sequel bait, okay, I appreciate it. Um, so personally, I think I would give this 4 out of 5 stars. That's what I've gone with in my head, which kind of equates to an 8 out of 10, which is great to me. That is a great score. It doesn't quite hit that amazing like phenomenal 9 out of 10 where it's like this is a movie experience like no other, but this is a great experience still, right? And it actually is one of those that I feel like is super rewatchable and could improve on rewatches, which is something I look forward to doing because when it was over, I immediately wanted to see it again, which is a testament to films like this. So that could end up as a 4.5 star later. I always reserve the right to change them within a half star for sure. Some 4 stars fall to 3.5, some 4s go to 4.5, and occasionally it's more, but usually I'm within a half star of what I feel. Unless like way down the line something recontextualizes it or it just doesn't work over time. So all in all, Predator Badlands, phenomenal experience, great movie, really fun, breathe new life into the Predator franchise. I really hope that we get a new AVP movie someday. I'm a really big fan of the first one of like 12 apparently, but I love the concept and love the lore, and I do have some questions and some philosophical like issues with how the synths are portrayed in this, like with the emotions and everything. I feel like it kind of makes a leap that I wasn't quite ready for, but I'm interested to see where they take it. So this has been an unfiltered Curry review, unedited, straight from the source, simple thumbnail. And yeah, I hope you watch it and enjoy it. Please support it in theaters. And while you do, remember, always look for the good.